Let's start standing on the mat and paying attention to our feet. Take one foot and just roll over the toes, give them a good stretch. Now remember, if you're new to this, just the intention of doing this might be enough, and you may want to be seated instead to adjust as needed. And then roll under the underside of the toes, let them stretch. And then opposite foot. Remember, take care of your feet now so you can use them later. Nice, calm breathing. And just do what you can. Notice how if you shift the weight in your foot, that changes a little bit. If you're a sandal wearer or a boot wearer or your shoes aren't properly fitted, that upward grip really wreaks havoc on your knees, your feet, your shins, all those muscles here. Shake it out. Great job. All right, I'm going to turn sideways. Let's come up to the top of the mat. And as you come to the top of the mat, step your feet, I don't know, about a hip's distance, feet pointing forward. Inhale, bend your knees, arms up the chimney. You know how I love functional extension. Open the body. Exhale, hands to prayer. Now slowly sit back as far as your body can go. So just go down as far as you can without lifting your heels. And just notice where that is. Now when you come back up, I want you to shoot up using your glutes. So engage your glutes, extension, keep the bend in the knees. Exhale, hands to prayer. Now hands at your hips, nice deep breath in. Exhale, grab your quads and roll them out as you slowly hinge forward. Only go as far as you can keep your back from rounding. We're just noticing the pliability of our body right now. Take inventory of that and slowly come back up. Step back with the right foot, just casual step. Line up the outer edge of the foot with the outer edge of the mat. Square the hips forward and bend your front knee. Keeping your body weight stacked, exhale, bend the back knee. Remember, we want movement, so if you can't move to the knee, shorten up the stride. Heel stays down, and watch the heel from collapsing in. Inhale, lengthen. Just the back knee moves. Exhale, keep it tracking forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend the knee. And inhale. So depending on your foot stride during the day, you're going to feel that in different areas of the lower leg and the knee. So I tend to walk more on the outer edges of my feet. I work very hard at trying to correct that and work with that. Pregnancy definitely helped with that situation. And so I really work hard at trying to readjust my stride. 2 more. And last one. Now stay where you are. Front leg is going to lengthen. So re-square the hips forward and keep your hands at your hips. Exhale, back knee bends as much as you can. Pull back with your left hand, in your left hip fold. And as you hinge forward, sit as far back into your heel behind you as you can. Now pick up your belly and ribs and really feel a stretch in the glutes and down the front hamstring. Engage your underside of your body and bring yourself back up. Try not to pull up with the ponytail. Exhale, sit back, plant the ball of the front foot, back heel stays down. Inhale, rise, engaging your glutes. You want a forklift lift, not a crane. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, rise. Now let's add some arms into it. Exhale, arms comb through the hair. Try not to collapse the ribs, so pick up the front belly, pull them back like a vacuum cord. Exhale, sit back. Nice little functional hamstring stretch. Inhale. This is my little variation on standing head to knee. So no more knee pressure. No more worried about overextending behind the knee. Really press into the big toe and draw the hip of the front leg back. Come back up. 3 more. And 2. Move as slow or as fast. Last one. Now slowly come up, stretch through the ball of the foot, and step it up. Whew. Can really feel one leg. Feels a little bit different. Let's step back now with the left foot, casual stride. Line up the outer edge of the foot. 2 water skis, not 1. Square the hips. Remember, if you tend to have a turnout on your foot, your back foot's going to feel pigeon-toed. It's going to feel wrong. That's why visually you need to look and see that in fact it is right. Square, bend the front knee, stay upright, belly is strong. Exhale, bend the back knee without lifting the heel. Inhale, lengthen. So just check that. Exhale, bend. And inhale, lengthen. I'm actually going to shorten my stride just a hair. Exhale, watch for the rolling in the ankle. Inhale. Use your breathing now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. All right, so now, outer edge of the foot, recheck that again, square the hips, front leg lengthens, planting into the big toe. So the big toe ball of the foot stays down, so when you draw the hip of the front leg back, that foot's not going to roll. It's not going to curl to the outer edge, so we need a good connection point. Now, as you do that and hug and engage your glutes, hug and engage your inner thighs, it's also going to protect the back knee, or sorry, the front knee. Bend the back knee, it's a lot of knee there. Draw the hip of the front leg back as you fold. Now, I'm watching my foot and I can see the weight wanting to rock to the outer edge, so I got to stay connected. Engage the glutes, engage the belly, pull up using your lower body strength, not your head, which is a tendency that happens a lot in yoga. Exhale, sit it back, be methodical, be very mindful of this. Make it worth your while. This is my tighter hamstring, so I really have to pay attention here. It feels so good. And then back up. Keep the ball of the foot planted. Keep the big toe planted. Rib cage up. Now you can stay with your hands at your hips for as long as you'd like. You can also just extend the arm of the back leg. Think about one long line. And then back up, retract the arm back in, or you're going to go both arms. Inhale, and exhale. Ultimately, it really doesn't matter if you're inhaling or exhaling back, but rather that you're just breathing. So eventually you want to get to that space where the movement is independent of the breath, meaning it doesn't matter, but breathing can definitely help fuel better movements. Two more. It's okay if you've gone faster or slower. One more. And up. Press up so we're stretching through the toes, nice and tall. Shake out the leg. Whew. That was really good. All right, feet are hips distance. Let's check our squat. Bend your knees, sit back, sit back, sit back as far as you can go. And by releasing the calves and the hamstrings and hips, your squat should be a little bit lower. Even if your little bit lower is here. Even if your little bit lower is here. Do not judge my lower to your lower. All right, from there, hands at the hip folds. Start to hinge forward, feet are planted, grab your quads, roll them out, pick up your belly and ribs, and lean into the balls of the feet. Your forward bend should feel a little bit looser, a little bit more mobile. Keep the spine long and a little bit lower. By rolling out the thighs, we not only engage a better leg line, but we keep ourselves from locking out our knees. Now bend your knees and come all the way to the floor. If getting to the floor is a challenge, just take your time. Use the floor, use the chair, use whatever you have, totally okay. And once on the floor, take your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your hips, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Now bend your elbows and pull them together so you feel the chest rise. Arc your back as much as you can. Maybe your arms press straight, maybe they don't. So a nice little chest expander. Stay with me here. Now pick your hips up and move them away from your fingertips. Move your feet out as well. Keep your hands planted in place. Bend your elbows. Tuck your tailbone, so sink your lower back. You look sloppy here. And let your shoulders round forward, just a nice little stretch. We're just going to give some love to the upper body here because we gave some love to the lower body. Nice little back sling stretch. Inhale, back into that extension. Really arc the back, look slightly up. And then slowly come upright. Swing the legs around. Come into a tabletop. Curl the toes under. And then once the toes are curled under, let's lift the knees and move back into a squatting dog. Hands nice and wide. Knees stay dramatically bent, head is down, hips are higher than the shoulders. Now press your heels down with all your might. Press down so much that you try to lift the toes. Press down so much now that pick your belly and ribs off the thighs. Down dog, excuse me, should first and foremost be a spinal stretch, not just a hamstring stretch. Now slowly, if you can keep your spine in place, no rounding forward, lengthen the legs until you feel that back body round. Keep pressing the heels. See the legs, look at the ankles, try to even them out. Notice if they collapse or turn. Make those adjustments. All right, walk your hands towards your feet. Every time you lift one hand up, you're weight bearing. You're bringing that nice little challenge to your shoulders. Bend and straighten your legs a few times, widen your feet, grab opposite elbows and just let your body hang. You can also do this seated on a chair. Remember, this is about doing what you can do, not just seeing what you can't do. And remember, there's a bazillion modifications. All right, arms drop down. Really exaggerate the bend in the knees. Roll yourself up. Hips dive forward. Look at how bent my knees are. Arms come into extension. There's that core work again. Exhale. I'm sneaking it in every time we extend. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, you work your core 10 times more effectively on extension than you do on flexion. One more time. And exhale. Come to the center of your mat. And once at the center of the mat, open the feet to a modest straddle. Again, not your widest stride. Turn the feet parallel. Bend your knees, hug your legs together. Inhale, lean your hips forward, extension. Exhale, hands to prayer, arms open up to T. Keep hugging your hips. Hips are going to go to the right, okay? You see that shift. There's that inner thigh pull. Slide your body off your hips. Drop the bottom arm down. Top arm comes up. Now drop the tail, really engage the glutes. Don't let the belly drop forward. Reach, measure your height. The more I reach with the arm, the better I get the stretch in the lower back and the side body. Push your top arm back even more. Let's hold it and breathe. Now inhale, come up. Kick your heels in slightly. Bend your elbows, palms face your head. Slide it into high squat. So as you slide into high squat, spread your toes nice and wide. Let's try to lift the heels, find a focal point, hold at 5, tone your arms. 4, anchor your shoulders and ribs. 3, 2, and 1. Drop your heels, arms open to T. Keep them at T. Feet turn parallel, hug the legs. Hips shift to the left. There's that inner thigh pull. Okay, we want that stretch. Slide it off, drop it down, palm forward. Now measure. Lean the top chest open. Feel the stretch through the waist and lower back. Reach with all your might. I can feel that pull right into my groin. It's all connected. Keep leaning your hips to the left. Top shoulder and arm back. Inhale, pull it up. Arms come to cactus, anchor like someone's going to press against your arms. Kick the toes out, heels in. Drop it into high squat. Hug the glutes, belly in. Now press into the balls of the feet and lift your heels. Find a focal point. Even if you feel wobbly, feel strong. It's all a mindset shift. Are you going to notice the things that you do well, the accomplishments, the fact that you spent 15 minutes of movement dedicated towards you, or are you going to see all the things that aren't quite there yet? You decide. Drop the heels, arms reach up, feet parallel. Lean the hips forward, extend. Exhale, hands to prayer. Step the feet in one more time. Inhale. Exhale, thumbs at your heart center. Gently bow the head, close the eyes, take a breath. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Exhale through the mouth. You are more capable than you've ever known possible. This is your time to soar. Open your eyes, take a very mindful step forward into a great day ahead. Great job.